Welcome back to a new English lesson, dear grade 7 students. In today's lesson, we will go through module 7a, Grammar, in your student's book page 89 and in your workbook page 95. Let's now have a look at the objectives of today's lesson. Today you will be able to use should, shouldn't to ask for and give advice. So today you have one objective to achieve. Kindly keep your notebook and stationery next to you as you are going to use them in today's lesson. You will also need to keep your student's book and your workbook next to you as you are going to use them in today's lesson as well. And now kindly open your student's book on page 89. In your student's book, page 89, go to part 3, Grammar. The verb should. Read the given instructions for task A. A. Read the examples. When is should, shouldn't used? Match the sentences 1 and 2 with the rules A and B. Let's have a look at the given two examples. 1. I've got a headache. What should I do? 2. You should relax today. You shouldn't go out and play. Now let's have a look at the given rules A and B. A. To give advice. B. To ask for advice. Now, which of the two given examples is used to give advice? And which one is used to ask for advice? Have some time to work it out. Let's check your answers now. Now, which of the two sentences here is used to give advice? Excellent students. The second sentence, sentence number 2. You should relax today. You shouldn't go out and play. This sentence is used to give advice. While the first sentence is used to ask for advice. I've got a headache. What should I do? Great job, dear students. You could work out this task. Let's together now move to task B in your student's book page 89. Read the given instructions for task B. B. Read the examples and complete the table with the rules. Let's have a look at the given examples. 1. You should stay in bed today. 2. You shouldn't eat sweets. 3. Should I go to the doctor? Now let's together complete the table with the rules. You note that in the affirmative form, the subject is followed by should, and should is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the first example again. You should stay in bed today. You note that the subject you is followed by should, and should is followed by the base form of the verb stay. Let's go on and complete the table with the rules. In the negative form, you note that the subject is followed by should, and should is followed by not. And again, shouldn't is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the second example again. 2. You shouldn't eat sweets. Note that the subject is followed by shouldn't, the negative form of should, and shouldn't is followed by the base form of the verb eat. Let's move on and complete the table with the rules. You note that in the questions form, we use should at the beginning, followed by the subject, and the subject is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the third example. 3. Should I go to the doctor? You note that should is used at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the subject, and the subject is followed by the base form of the verb to form a question. Great job, dear students. Let's together work out task C in your student's book, page 89. Read the given instructions. C. Look at the prompts and write sentences. Use should or shouldn't. Here you have 5 given sentences. And here you have given prompts for each sentence. I will work out the first one for you as a model example. 1. I've got toothache. And here you have the prompts, go dentist. What should you do when you have a toothache? You should go to the dentist. Now kindly pause the video and try to work it out. Let's check your answers now. 2. Ahmed's got a cough. Drink cold water. He shouldn't drink cold water. Well done, students. Number 3 now. Rima's got a high fever. Call doctor. She should call the doctor. Excellent, students. Your answer is correct again. Number 4 now. I can't get up in the mornings. Watch TV till late. You shouldn't watch TV till late. Amazing. The last one now. Number 5. I feel so tired. Sleep more. You should sleep more. Well done, students. All your answers are correct. And now kindly open your workbook on page 95. In your workbook, page 95, go to task C. Read the given instructions. C. Complete the dialogues with should or shouldn't. Here you have the dialogues that you are going to complete with should or shouldn't. Kindly pause the video and try to work it out. Let's check your answers now. 1. A. What's the matter? You are really pale. B. I don't feel well. My stomach hurts. A. You should go home and lie down. B. I can't. I have to stay at school for the final rehearsal. A. I know, but I think you are ill. You shouldn't stay at school. B. I guess you are right. I think I should get a good night's sleep and see a doctor if I'm not better tomorrow. 2 now. A. Kevin, you shouldn't go outside without a warm jacket and a scarf. It's windy today. B. Okay, Mom. A. And you shouldn't stay at the park till late. It looks like it's going to rain. B. Should I take an umbrella then? A. Yes, that's a good idea. Well done, students. You could work out this task. Let's together move to task D in your workbook, page 95. Read the given instructions. D. Look at the pictures and write sentences. Use should or shouldn't and the prompts in the box, as in the example. Let's have a look at the given prompts. Go diving. Drink cold water. Call mechanic. Visit dentist. Now let's have a look at the pictures. The first picture is for Rosie. What's wrong with Rosie? She has got a sore throat. So what should Rosie do? Rosie shouldn't drink cold water. Now move to picture number 2. Rashid. The engine of Rashid's car is broken. So what should Rashid do? Let's move now to picture number 3. Scott. Scott has a headache. So what should Scott do? And the last picture is for Emily. Emily has got a toothache. What should Emily do? Now kindly pause the video. Use should or shouldn't and the prompts in the box to work out this task. Let's check your answers now. 2. Rashid. Rashid should call a or the mechanic. Number 3 now. Scott. Scott shouldn't go diving. What about Emily? Number 4. Emily should visit the dentist. Great job, dear students. All your answers are correct. In this slide, dear students, let's together revise the use of the verb should. What are the three main forms of the verb should? The affirmative form, the negative form, and the questions form. Excellent students. Now, in the affirmative form, the subject is followed by should, and should is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the following example. I should study well for the exams. You note here that the subject I is followed by should, and should is followed by the base form of the verb study. What about the negative form? In the negative form, the subject is followed by shouldn't, should not. And again, shouldn't is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the following example. You shouldn't go swimming alone. You note here that the subject you is followed by shouldn't, and shouldn't is followed by the base form of the verb go. What about the questions form? In the questions form, we start with should, followed by the subject, and again the subject is followed by the base form of the verb. Let's study the following example. Should they sleep early? You note here, this question started with should, and should is followed by the subject they, and they is followed by the base form of the verb sleep. Great job, dear students. In this slide, dear students, I have a task for you. Do as shown between brackets. 1. He should train for long hours. Make negative. Do you remember the negative form of should? Well done, students. He shouldn't train for long hours is the correct answer because the negative form of should is shouldn't. Let's move on. 2. They should buy a new car. Ask a question. Can you form a question for this sentence? Well done, students. Should they buy a new car? When forming a question using should, you should start with should followed by the subject, and the subject is followed by the base form of the verb. Your answer is correct. Number 3 now. Salma has got a headache. Give advice. She should call the doctor. Great job, dear students. You could work out this task. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Stay safe and goodbye.